Well, good morning and welcome to day number 8 of my weight loss journey. Crazy to think that the first week of this whole thing has already gone by. And in today's video, we're going to do a bit of a recap on how the first week went and reflect on how we did and what changes we want to make moving forward. But before we do that, we've got to get our weekly weight update. All right, it's weekly weigh-in time. Last week, I weighed 344.6 pounds. Let's see what I weigh today. 335.6. That's a total of 9 pounds lost in the first week of my weight loss journey. That's also the first time that I've stepped on the scale this week and the number has gone up from the previous day. It's so important to view the big picture when trying to lose weight and know that it's okay to go up and down and to fluctuate. Yesterday also happens to be the day I ate the most food since starting this weight loss journey. And while I was still in a deficit, any number of factors could contribute to today's weight gain. Overall, 9 pounds in the first week is incredible, and I am motivated more than ever to see this through to the end. So after my weigh-in, I went upstairs to get my daily progress photos. Don't mind me almost falling into the wall there. And to write myself my daily affirmation, which reads, "You only fail when you quit." So stay motivated out there, everybody. So I've got my breakfast here, my meal prepped burrito, the last one that I have, so I'll have to go to the grocery store soon. And a banana with, of course, my morning supplements that I take every day. Let's talk about week 1. Over the course of the first week, I averaged about 13,500 steps every day. So I'm really proud of myself for getting after it, especially after we got the blisters on day 1 and still found a way to hit our goal for the first week. So really proud of myself. I think our lowest step day was somewhere in the 12,000s. So realistically, I could probably dial it back just a little bit on the steps for my own interest in preserving my achy feet at the end of the day, but I think I'm just going to keep that business as usual since we were successful in our first week, and over the course of the 6 months, probably increase the amount of steps I'm taking as I see fit. When it comes to nutrition, we have a little work to do because I only averaged 1,750 calories a day last week, which is about 450 calories shy of what I've set my initial goal at, 2,200. Now, obviously, with the goal of losing weight, you'd think the higher the deficit, the better, because I'd be losing fat quicker, and to an extent, that is true, and a reason why I'm not overly concerned. It's not like I'm starving myself. I think that nearly 1,800 calories a day is still a pretty good amount of food. But don't forget that my other goal during this endeavor is to hopefully build muscle. The more muscle that I can build, the higher my BMR is because muscle burns more calories. And I'm not getting enough calories and enough protein to really sustain that goal. I had one day where I went over my calorie goal, which was actually yesterday, where I had 2,380 calories, so just barely over the 2,200 mark. But even that is still 400 calories of deficit from my current BMR. So I'm proud of me for sticking with it. I mean, I didn't eat any desserts. My snacks were all like diet soda, basically. Even when we went to IHOP, I didn't go overboard. So in that regard, nutrition is looking really good. And I am excited to continue on with pretty much the same food that I've been eating. I think that the meal prepped burritos are a good thing. The taco bowls are delicious and pretty well balanced. I mean, maybe a little carb heavy, but there's some healthy fats and some veggies involved. The only thing I need to figure out is how to routinely get that third meal of the day in. Because usually by the end of the day, I'm so tired from all the exercise that my appetite is just gone. And then obviously, as you guys saw in the intro clip, we are 9 pounds down. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, and I don't mean me. Today is the first day that the number on the scale went in the wrong direction. Yesterday's weigh-in, we were lower than today. Now, I don't want to panic, and I don't want anyone watching this to panic because weight fluctuations are perfectly normal. As I mentioned, yesterday was actually the day that I've eaten the most since starting my weight loss journey. So maybe I just have a little bit of extra food inside. And this might be a little bit TMI, but my bathroom visit this morning wasn't particularly productive like it is most mornings. Then you factor in that I had some carbonated drinks in the last couple of days. I mean, any number of things could be contributing to that weight gain that we experienced this morning. But overall, if you look at the plot map of our weigh-ins, we are still 9 pounds down in the first week. I think mathematically, according to my deficit, we should have lost like 4.2 pounds of fat. So really just don't give much importance to that number. Like, just keep focusing on doing what you know is going to be helping you to achieve your goals, and over time you'll observe weight loss. But I know that this is a big sticking point, and a point where a lot of people fail is when they have that first bad number on the scale, which is one of the reasons that it's so important to, if you're just doing this over the course of a long time, don't weigh yourself daily. I would encourage people to weigh themselves once a week at most, because if you're somebody that weighs themselves daily and gets so fixated on that number going down, your goal is going to shift from living a healthier lifestyle to how low can I get this number, and your source of motivation and encouragement is going to be associated with that as well too. But yeah, overall, I would just encourage anyone who's maybe starting their journey around the same time as me, don't sweat it. If you're doing the work, if you have proof that you're moving more and eating less, and you're sticking to your plan that's right for your body, then stay encouraged, keep getting after it, and I promise you, let's see how the data changes in this next week. Maybe the scale went up today, maybe it goes up again tomorrow, but I guarantee you in a couple of days, it'll be lower than it's been so far. But anyways, that's pretty much a recap. I think it's, as far as strength training, I'm liking the program that I'm in right now. It is quick, but it is difficult, and I am enjoying getting after it every day. It feels very achievable. So it's a 4-week program. I'm going to stick with it. On the days that I don't lift, I'm going to look for some other form of exercise to fit into the day. But that's pretty much all I got for you guys as far as a weekly recap. As for today, it is 9:30. I slept in a little bit this morning. Don't tell anyone. But I'm going to eat my breakfast here, and then I have some work to do for yesterday's video because the wife and I actually just hung out all night, which is nice. We don't get that opportunity so much anymore. So I am going to finish that up, do some work around the house, and then I will catch up with you guys when it's time for us to do our workouts. So after eating and a morning filled with working on videos and social media posts and just updating my tracking, Cass and Penny and I are all back out at the park at a different spot today, getting our steps in. So walking up big hills, it's a pretty challenging hike, but getting some steps in, and then we're going to be going to Panera for lunch. So I wanted to talk a little bit about how I budget my calories and the way that it's easy for me to like track what I can and can't get when I'm out at restaurants. So today I've already had 740 calories from breakfast, and I know I'm going to have a protein shake later, which is 160. So I just deduct 900 total calories from 2200, which is my current goal. Sorry for how shaky this clip is, by the way. And that leaves me with 1300 calories. So if I want this Panera lunch to be my last meal of the day, I have up to 1300 calories I could eat while still being on track. But if I want to have a third meal later in the evening at like 6 or 7 p.m., then I would have to probably cut that number in half to about 650. So those are the numbers that are in my head that I'll be thinking about once we get to Panera. That will determine what I order. But that's the nice part about calorie deficit, is you can kind of just eat whatever you want and still lose weight. But the macros are the important part for how well your body operates and functions and feels. So I'll let you guys know once we're done walking here what I end up ordering for lunch. And after I've sat with lunch for a bit, we'll do our strength workout and get the rest of our steps in for the day. So back to it. So we're headed home from Panera. We just picked up our lunch, but we are enjoying half of a chocolate chip muffin now. The wife and I decided to add it at the last second and split it. So I will be tracking the calories for this. Oh yeah. All right, we made it back home. We managed to get about 3,400 steps while we were out at the park, and that was nice. And then we went through Panera. So I was going to tell you guys what I got there today. I got some kind of ham and cheese sandwich that they were advertising on this like toasted bread. And as part of their pick 2 deal, I also got broccoli and cheddar soup, which is one of my favorites. And I was going to get the apple for the spirit of health, but I knew that what I really wanted was the chips. So I also got their bag of kettle cooked potato chips as well too. So all together, this comes out to 440 calories for the sandwich, 240 for the soup, and 150 for the chips. So 830 calories total for this meal, which is going to work out perfectly for what I have planned for the rest of the day. But I just wanted to give you all the update on what I was eating and talk about how in calorie deficit, it's really cool that you can eat the foods you love and be flexible with your diet and still maintain your weight loss and hit your goals. But it is also a slippery slope. I was telling my wife that having a diet soda last night made me really crave and want more diet soda today. And so justifying things like, oh, well, this technically I can have this, or oh, this is only this many calories. It really is a good practice of willpower and discipline and making the right choices and eating in moderation. So anyway, here goes nothing. Very tasty. So I'm going to eat lunch, and after I've had an opportunity to digest, I'm going to go do my strength workout for the day and then go get the rest of my steps, and we should be looking good. Alrighty, no intro needed for today's workout. We got our warm up here. We're doing some body weight squats. Into the first exercise, we have a kneeling single arm chest press, I believe it was. You guys know me, arm workouts are my favorite, so this was an awesome one to do. And here I am closer to the camera doing it on my other arm so that you guys can see what's going on. The second exercise is a kneeling row, single arm row. So you're in a lunge position with your arm fully extended and pulling your elbow back to work your lats. And I liked this one a lot as well too. So the program that I'm doing is 5 days a week, and each workout only has 2 main strength exercises and an active recovery exercise, but you do it for 4 sets. So you have a great opportunity to really push that muscle group and push yourself to exhaustion. And here is a look at the active recovery move that we're doing. Laying on the floor with my shoulders against the floor, making this like W with my arms, bringing my elbows into my waist. Whew. Alright guys, that's going to do it for today's workout. I didn't get the cool down filmed. I forgot to position the camera for it, but all in all, pretty good. Worked hard, muscles feel alright. And now I'm going to go get some steps. I'm going to go to the gym and walk on the treadmill for a little bit, but I'm going to purposefully come home a bit sooner before we hit 10,000 because my wife and I are actually going on a date tonight, which is a surprise for her that I planned, which is going to involve a little bit of walking. So I know that even if I go into that just shy of my 10,000 steps a day goal, by the end of it, I'll have crossed the threshold. So I'll keep you guys posted, but I'm going to go to the gym, walk for 45 minutes or so, and then come home and shower off and be done. Oh, thank goodness. All right, y'all, walk completed. I had my protein shake with me today at the gym, which was a little interesting, but got it down while walking and got the steps I needed to. So on track to get 10,000 steps again today. Totally crushing it. Well, the surprise is out. Oh. Unfortunately,
actually like right over
we're getting rained on our parade. My wife and I just pulled up to the surprise date, which is this lights festival near us. And the weather's not exactly ideal, so we'll keep you posted. So we actually got pretty lucky and the rain cleared up pretty quick, but the festival was a lot of fun. I enjoyed the alone time with the wifey. There was a lot of really cool lights, and this is a video of a show that we watched, which was incredible. So all in all, really enjoyed it and had a great time. We got lots of pictures and videos of us going around and interacting with the different displays. All right, you guys, sorry for the grainy footage and lighting and everything, but after our light festival that we went to, no, it's perfect. Wifey wanted some food and I still had 300 calories. So we went through a Chick-fil-A
And I was shocked to learn that 8 of the fried nuggets is 250 calories. Now, granted, you could have like double the grilled nuggets for the same amount, but I was craving just some good food. So we're gonna sit in a parking lot at 10 o'clock at night and eat Chick-fil-A. But don't worry, guys, it's part of the weight loss program. No, I don't know. We're just enjoying life today and hanging out together. I just wanted to give this update, and that's it.
It was really late when we got back home, so I forgot to film any kind of an outro, so you can enjoy this image of me with a giant crab. Thank you guys for watching, stay motivated, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.